and welcome to
What a Pitch!
The podcast where people pitch made-up movies. Brought to you by the Pandering Talk channel.
I don't know.
I am your host, Dan Cutler, and joined with me, as always, is my lovely co-host. He's here, he's there, he's every fucking where. It's Sean Dangler. How's it going, Sean?
Oh, it's going well. I'm doing good. I like that chant.
Yeah.
As if I'm like entering a sports arena, you know?
That's fun. Do you know what it's from?
Is it a pro wrestling thing?
It is not.
Oh, okay. Is it a football thing?
Football, yes.
Football. Okay.
Soccer,
Okay.
yeah. It's from specifically Ted Lasso.
Oh, I should have known that.
Have you seen Ted Lasso?
I don't know if I've seen all of the first season. Maybe I've seen all of the first season, and that's...
Have you seen the darts episode?
I don't remember, so probably
Then
not.
you have not. Because if you did, you would have cried. It's a very good episode.
I did not cry, so probably not. I've been watching a lot of Bravo because that's what...
that is what you love.
I enjoy, but Kim really loves Bravo.
Sure.
Shows. Besides fucking Real Housewives. Have I gone on my Real Housewives rant?
I mean, last time you and Mara talked about Real
Then I don't want
Housewives.
to talk about it again because this is going to be the same rant.
Yeah. Not like we talk about wrestling every episode.
No. We never talk about wrestling.
Well,
speaking of which, we saw the Royal Rumble.
I was actually about to say. this was actually my warm-up question. Is Royal Rumble and Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Those two things just happened. What are your thoughts on... Let's start with the Rumble. What are your thoughts on the Rumble?
I was kind of surprised Jey Uso won because I assume he's going to fight Gunther, would be my assumption.
Yeah.
But he had just lost to Gunther. So I don't know what that angle is there. I didn't really think Cena was going to win, but it would have been nice if Cena won.
Yeah, it would have been nice if Cena won. I think I knew Cena wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
Because it's his last year, you also want him in the chamber, in the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, that's true.
And you want him I think you can tell that story of him trying and failing at the big moments like Rumble, Elimination Chamber, Money in the Bank. Oh my gosh, if he's in Money in the Bank, that'll be sick. But then when it gets closer to the end of the year, like Survivor Series in November,
yeah,
then he's gonna finally become the contender. You know, he's gonna finally claw his way into a title match, and then the question becomes, does he get that 17th world title?
Yeah.
So I think that's the story you tell with him in his last year. So I kind of knew he wasn't winning the Rumble, but when it got down to him, Jay, and Logan Paul, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, the Logan Paul thing is, to me, a little worn at this point. I mean, I assume they just get a shit ton of... I don't know. He must pull a lot of fans, basically, is why he keeps coming back. I mean, he's a good wrestler. I'm not going to say that he's not a bad wrestler, but it's I mean, he's clearly a part-time guy, you know? They just pull him in for the big things.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think you're right that, the bloom is off the rose.
Yeah.
And now it's either level up or leave.
Yeah.
Back in December, people were talking about that he was retiring from wrestling. And I was like, that's okay. Because I think you got enough out of it.
Yeah, you got the squeeze. He squeezed enough out of it.
Yeah, you squeezed enough out of it. And it was fun. He was good. But if he's going to stick around, then it's all right, can you actually do this? Not just mechanically, not just physically, because obviously he's a super athlete, but there's a whole storytelling and psychological side to wrestling that he doesn't possess. Now, am I getting into the nitty gritty super fan? Maybe, but that's what made Hogan and Andre at WrestleMania 3 great. Not because Andre was physically finished. His knees and back were fucked by that point. Physically, Andre could not go. But, he knew how to tell a story in the ring. And Hulk Hogan is one of the greatest, in-ring storytellers there's ever been. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Racist, allegedly. And, fucking sucks as a human being. But in ring, Hogan, no one has ever been as good as Hulk Hogan was in the ring.
Yeah. No, I get that. I mean, I this is probably a bad assumption, but Logan Paul, I just figure he pulls in a more younger crowd to stay into
That's
wrestling.
true. YouTuber Prime.
And that's like, that is something I'm not as privy to, but that's what, they got to do that stunt casting type of thing. But
that's true.
For the women's, I didn't know Charlotte Flair was going to come back. Honestly.
Oh, really?
Everyone had kind of told me when at the Rumble party I was at was like, oh yeah, she's going to be back. I was like, oh, I didn't know she was like going to come back. And then once she came in, you're just like, oh, well, we know where this is going.
Yeah. So they had been doing like vignettes for
had
her
they?
in the weeks leading up, and it was kind of just like, yeah, this is Charlotte's to win, which sucks.
Who is she going to fight then?
We don't really know because she has come back and she's like everywhere. She's like, I want to be a good guy. Like, I want to be a face. And when she comes out, everyone boos her and fucking hates her, which sucks. Like, it.
Does she actually want to be a face, or is this a work where
No,
she's...
she actually wants. Like, she has been livid with the reactions she has been getting.
So she's gonna have to go heel.
She had. Well, and here's the thing: would you want to be bad at something you want, or great at something you don't want?
Yeah.
That's the position she's in. Because here's the thing: Charlotte, all-timer heel, absolutely. Like, just like her dad. Her dad was one of the best heels ever. Like, and it's just like Charlotte, like. And I don't blame her. Like, everyone wants to be the good guy. Everyone wants to be the hero.
Yeah.
But not everyone can. Like, especially like, not even talking about someone like a Cody level.
Yeah.
Like, that's a once in a generation. John Cena wasn't even that. Like, Cody universally, like, got the wrestling community behind him. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Not even that level. Like, she can't even be like a Seth Rollins good guy who's just like, oh yeah, he's a good guy in this story. Like, cool.
Yep.
We like Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Like, she can't even be. She's just so fucking good as a heel. And it's just like, Charlotte, baby. Like, I'm sorry,
baby,
but just like ride the tide and bring in the dough.
Yeah.
You know. So, but yeah, I had a few people over. Everyone was mad when Charlotte Flair won. my I don't know. My wife Beth was like, it's like Tom Brady. No one wants him to win, but he's gonna win.
Yeah, that is very true. So tying into the Super Bowl there, Patrick Mahomes did not win the Super Bowl.
Did not get the three-peat. No.
That honestly did surprise me a little bit. I thought it'd be a closer game. That was probably the thing that I was surprised, is that the Eagles just beat them bad. You know, it wasn't even close. Like, it was just like, what are we doing here?
Well, it wasn't even close, and then it wasn't even like how either of those teams play. Like, fucking Saquon Barkley had like a nothing game.
Yeah. No, it was wild. Like, I saw a stat, but that they had six sacks, and they didn't even blitz them.
Yeah,
the Eagles. Like, that's how bad the Chiefs' O-line was. That they could just get a four-man rush could get to Mahomes like that every time.
Yeah, it was such a mess. Like, how did it play out like that?
I don't know.
I saw another stat that Kendrick Lamar traveled more yards than the entire Chiefs offense.
Really?
Yeah.
That's probably true.
It is. No, it is true. Like, they did like graphs of like him walking
that's hilarious
across the set and stuff, and like measured the yards. It was really funny.
I did not. What did you think about that? I didn't realize it was a controller at first.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't paying enough. I wasn't paying super attention. I also am of the camp. I'm not the old white person's like, I don't understand this and like that. I was like, but I'm also like, I know this is cool, but like, I know it's not exactly for me, you know, because I don't exactly understand all the stuff. I know the beef a little bit between Kendrick and Drake, but I don't know enough of the details to speak eloquently.
Well, I don't know either. I think it's like a basic rap beef, like any rap beef there has ever been, but because it was Drake. You know, it's such a high profile level, and then Kendrick also like slaughtered. Like, I think something about Drake Drake was like, oh, you're not a musician, you're an artist, and your songs are boring, kind of thing. And then Kendrick was like, you have sex with minors. Like,
yeah, just like flame throwing right away.
And I'm not like, speaking as someone who takes the bit too far.
Yeah.
Like Kendrick took that a bit too far. I mean, you could have said something about like how Drake's like a sellout, or like Drake has no, you know, you've heard me rant about like art and pop culture. Like, Drake's fucking boring to me. Kendrick has a fucking Nobel. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
that part makes sense.
But no.
I did appreciate seeing Sam Jackson.
I thought that was incredible.
And doing the Uncle Sam bit with Sam Jackson.
Yeah,
it's pretty smart. Then Serena Williams showed up.
I love her.
And I was just like, at first everyone was like, was that Serena Williams?
Crip walking.
Yeah, I know. That was the other thing that was wild.
Well, so it's because she did it after winning a Grand Slam in tennis.
And didn't she date Drake or something? Is that the other thing? Did I get wrong on that? I thought that was...
I don't know about that.
I'm going to look this up. I thought that was part of the reason there, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, I did think... I thought it was... I do like Kendrick's music. So, like, I enjoyed it a bit more than other people, I think.
Yeah. I was never confirmed in 2011, but supposedly it's believed that they dated.
I mean, they maybe went on a date.
Yeah.
You know, they could have. You know, they're both famous and whatever. Also, you know, and they're both attractive. You know, they're both attractive. They're famous. You know, whatever. Yeah. I think the iconography was really cool. Like all those dancers getting out of the car, like it was a clown car.
Yeah.
And they're all like, you know, different colors. You're like, oh, okay. But then they formed the American flag, and it was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And Kendrick's always had kind of like a great eye for performances. He performed at the MTV Awards one year. He performed a song, Blacker the Berry, and all of his backup dancers were in orange jumpsuits and handcuffed and like chained like at the legs and stuff, but they were still dancing like in handcuffs and stuff. Which was very cool. And then that MTV has done their best to try and get rid of that video from the internet and stuff like that because of the statement that Kendrick made.
Yeah.
And that song is from To Pimp a Butterfly, which is what he won the Nobel for.
Oh, okay.
That is a really great album. I prefer Damn just because it's a little more musical. But To Pimp a Butterfly is also amazing. Oh, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, and it was a weird game. Weird game.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It just wasn't that great because it seemed like Philly was just in control most of the time, and the Chiefs couldn't really do anything on offense.
Yeah, it felt like the Chiefs should have played the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah,
that would have been a more fun game.
Yeah.
Any standout commercials for you, or?
Nah, nothing really paid attention to.
Commercials were a little weak.
I didn't pay much attention to them, but nothing really stood out to me.
Fair enough.
There's no Creed commercial this year.
No.
Take me higher.
You've seen that halftime show?
Not that. Well, that's the one from like.
From the Thanksgiving game years ago. And the
swooping
the
first
flying
man or whatever,
the silk flyers or whatever. That video makes me like believe in God.
That's pretty fucking beautiful.
It's amazing. All right, well, that's the Royal Rumble and the Super Bowl. I think it's time to get in the elevator. Bing bong.
All right, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I got a movie.
Oh, that's great because I got oil money and I'm here to make it in moving pictures.
I like moving pictures. Well, I'm not going to take too much of your time because I only have 5 words I have to say.
Oh, perfect.
Here are the 5.
I only know 6, so I hope these 5 are some of the 6 I know.
All right, here are the 5 words.
Okay.
Improv comedy.
Oh, no.
Meets Mortal Kombat.
Okay, I'm back in,
and
baby.
That's it.
Watching improvers die. I love it. Well, this is my floor. Bye. All right.
Yeah,
okay. I like the pitch. Let's hear the rest of the movie. So maybe give me a little more idea of this.
I mean, what more do you need? It's going to be improv comedy groups. Just a big old tournament. of improv comedy, but then you don't win, you die, basically.
Okay, so it's
And you got to save the world. Someone's saving the world.
So it's like
here.
a tournament of. So it's like last comic standing,
But improv comedy.
but improv comedy.
Yeah.
And do they kill each other, or like the loser gets put to death?
The loser gets put to death.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to. It might just be like a trapdoor to go to hell, basically, you know?
Just a straight pipeline to hell.
Yeah, pipeline down to Lucifer, you know?
Have you ever seen Comedy Sports?
The like improv group?
Yeah.
I've heard of them. I do not know. I've never been to their show or anything.
So, Comedy Sports had a location in the Quad Cities.
Yeah, okay.
So I grew up going to Comedy Sports like all the time.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I'm imagining, is that like it's like one person versus one person. There's a judge.
Oh, it's just one person? No, it's a group.
Oh, it's teams?
It's teams.
Oh,
so
all
like
right.
we'll be following
good.
one specific team, obviously,
Sure,
going through it. And then they fight all these other teams that I don't know. But it's like real. To me, it's like real dumb because it's improv comedy, and somehow they have these high stakes to improv comedy.
You know
stuff.
what movie I'm already thinking of?
What?
Balls of Fury.
Yeah, basically, it's just real stupid.
Fuck. Oh man, I can't wait to get to casting later too. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Let's start with our group. Mm-hmm. You know, we're gonna be following these people through their whole trial.
Yes.
I think we understand like the overall action of the movie.
Yeah.
But where do we find this group?
Well, I feel like I want this movie to be as stereotypical as I love improv comedy, but as stereotypical and douchey as improv comedy can be, I feel like.
Okay.
So they got to be either like they shouldn't be college kids because we don't know the youth as much. So I think it should be a variety of things, but like it has to like they have to meet in like a theater. Maybe they are all like trying out for a play. I don't care what play. Like the dumb. I think not all plays are dumb, but like they're
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah, they're like trying that out. None of them get the parts. So then they're like all dejected, and they're like, God, we've been trying out for all these different like Des Moines Playhouse like plays, you know. I'm sorry, this isn't an attack on you. This is just
I feel personally
but
attacked.
this is like they're obviously not like top tier like improv. They're not in Chicago or New York or anything. They're just like in a local city, but they just want to perform. Mm-hmm. And so they're just like, fuck, let's just get together and make our own improv group. Then we'll take back the world. Mm-hmm. And so it just like starts, you know, in a mid-sized city somewhere in America, and then they form their group and somehow get tied into this fucking Mortal Kombat tournament.
I mean, I think we got to start with one of the most important things.
Yeah.
What is the name of the group?
Oh, God.
It's either got to be like a really bad pun,
yes,
or have like nothing to do with comedy and it's just a random like assortment of words.
You mean like alien head emoji?
I don't mean to attack you now.
No. I understand. It's improv.
But like, you know what? It's like, yeah, like, banana light switch. You know, something. You know, like.
I mean, that's good enough for me. I don't give a shit.
Hello, everyone. We're banana light switch. It's like,
and then you know when the lights go off at the end of the performance, we've switched off the lights. I don't know. But.
I also am imagining like at the end of their show, they have like some like playoff music, like the Price is Right theme song or something, and there's
what's the Price is Right song? I was gonna go with, what if it's when they like I was just watching the Price is Right the other day, and both the people missed the showcase showdown, so then they'd play the or whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I love
but
it.
no, probably I think the actual Price is Right theme song is probably better.
But there's a disco ball that shoots bananas, like instead like banana lights.
Oh yeah.
So that's like the big finale of their show.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the formation of Banana. How many people are in Banana Light Switch?
We'll go 6 people.
6. All right.
3 men, 3 women, and they can be various ages.
Sure. I mean, I would prefer they be various ages because that's even funnier. Like it's weirder.
You have to have like the old dude who's maybe like 50s, 40s,
Matt
and
Still.
Yes. And then like someone in their like 20s, you know, like
Jerry Coons.
Yeah. And then a mixture in between, you know?
Yeah. Well, like the diversity of improv is part of like the fun of improv is that you meet people of all these different ages and different backgrounds.
You're just all a bunch of fucking weirdos that want to do
and you're just
comedy.
a bunch of weirdos doing improv comedy together. Speaking as two people who do improv comedy, like we love improv comedy. It also sucks.
Yeah.
Much like pro wrestling.
Oh.
So we see Banana Light Switch. They put on.
It's like you show them like they like obviously they have to form their group, and then it's kind of like a brief montage of them like doing shows and things, and then there's like cutaways to people being like, "Is this fucking funny or what?" Like just confused, but people do like it.
I was gonna say like, can it like be them forming after failing the play auditions, and then hard cut to 1 year later, like it says
exactly
1 year later, and they're doing improv to like a room of 4 people.
Yes.
And
it
one
have to be like
2 of them are like people's moms.
Yes. But it also like I feel like you have to show some shots of them actually having successful shows. I don't want to just shit on them the whole time, you know.
Well, so I'm trying to think of like how do we get them into the tournament? What's the tournament? It's not because we're not calling it Mortal Kombat.
I know. I can't do improv comedy deathmatch because that is the actual show that happened in Des Moines, so that would be stealing. But
I mean, we love them. I've been on that show.
You've been on that show?
Yeah, I had a comedy team with Booth and a buddy of his from college. We were 3 fine guys, and we got second place.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I never did well in that tournament. I think I did twice. I don't think I got to the fucking second round ever.
How we should have been an improv team together.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway,
Well, this is our improv team, basically.
that's true. Yeah. So
Mortal Improv Combat. I don't know.
I actually like that it's just an obvious ripoff of
Mortal Improv Combat.
yeah, or it's another like random assortment of words.
Improv Combat. You could call it Mortal Improv Comedy Combat, and then it's just Mick. They call it the Mick. And then
comedy bet,
what?
like comedy and combat.
Oh, I see.
Mortal comedy.
Mortal
Death
combat.
Prov.
Well, combat would be
Deathprov.
Mortal. What was that? Sorry.
Deathprov.
Just Deathprov.
Deathprovization.
Deathprovization. Mortal
Deathprov comedy
I like Deathprov. I do like Deathprov.
You like Deathprov?
But like, should it be Mortal Deathprov or just Deathprov? You think?
Well, so I like the
or is it the Deathprov tournament? I don't know.
It could be Mortal Comedy, but much like Mortal Kombat,
Actually,
the C is a K.
Actually, let's just go with Deathprov. I'm good with just Deathprov.
Deathprov. Do you want Deathprov comedy or Deathprov?
Just Deathprov because it's the Deathprov. You're in Deathprov, so it's like.
Can a running bit be like, "Welcome to Deathprov," and they're like, "What is Deathprov?" And like you have to explain that Deathprov is a portmanteau of death and improv because it's not the most straightforward portmanteau.
Yes, I like it.
And so just like throughout the tournament, they have to explain it to people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, anyways, I'm trying to figure out how Banana Light Switch gets into Deathprov.
Yeah, do you just simply...
That's a sentence I don't think has ever been said before.
Do you just have, like, I don't know, does a demon, Mortal Kombat-like character, you know, the devil, whatever, just show up outside there?
Oh, my favorite Mortal Kombat character.
Well, I'm trying to think.
Devil.
The devil just shows up, like, outside their show after they're celebrating, and
well,
it's like, hey guys, we got a cool turn. Like, what's this? Yeah, we're always cool to do new things.
Oh, you want them to be successful and then get invited to the tournament.
Kind of. Well, actually, moderately successful.
But that makes sense because the Mortal Kombat tournament is like the best fighters in the universe.
Yes.
So it's the best improv teams.
The best improv teams.
I thought it was going to be like a, hey, you guys are down on your luck. Why don't you?
Yeah,
we'll give you 500. You know, if you win this tournament.
They definitely, when they're invited or taken into the tournament, they're the underdogs of the tournament. Like they're clearly like they see the other teams and they're like, oh shit, like these guys are really good.
There's a team of we'll talk about the teams later. I got an idea for a team. And now I'm thinking of dodgeball.
I know it's a lot of tie-in of different movies, but
I think this is great though.
Yeah.
This is very fun. Okay, you're right. I was wrong. they need to be successful. So we have the montage of them
Moderately successful.
Moderately, yeah. They're in Omaha. They're not going anywhere.
Exactly.
Or like Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, they're not at UCB.
They're in Nebraska because it sucks there.
Yeah.
Okay, so like we have the montage of them succeeding, and then they have this big show, Price is Right theme song, banana disco ball.
Yep.
And they're having, their celebratory brewskis. One of them is underage, so they have to drink, water, which I think is fucking funny.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's like a demon or anything, but I think it's like a shadowy figure, like a man in a trench coat.
Yeah, that works. That works.
Yeah, and a trilby or something. He's like, "You're very funny."
Yeah.
I know of an improv tournament. The winner gets $1 million.
Yeah, no, it's Dr. Evil.
Yeah. $1 million. Well, then it's Mike Myers.
Yeah.
And they're like, $1 million? What? Like, we're improv comedians. This is the most money we've ever seen in our life.
Exactly. They're like, oh man, we're just failing thespians.
I can retire and just do improv full time.
Yeah.
So he's like, take this ticket. And I think there should be like a traveling montage where like they're all in like a van. Like one, like there's a mom.
Oh,
she's an empty nester now, but she still has the minivan.
Yeah, I got the minivan.
So she can take everyone. They have to get on a boat. Like,
oh yeah, and then the boat just sails out to like the middle of the ocean or somewhere just
into
random.
a fog.
Yes, into a fog.
Yeah, and then when they come out of the fog, it's like this dense jungle island with like, I don't know, like this big palace in the center. And they're like,
that has the two I don't know what you call those faces, but iconic with theater. The one happy face and the one sad face, just like
comedy and tragedy.
Yes, there you go. Just plastered like super big signs on the palace.
I was gonna say they're like statues of like
or that
ripped nude men, but then they have the masks.
Also, yes, and their statues doing like improv, like I don't know.
Tragedy's holding the skull.
Yes, holding the skull.
And comedy is like, I don't know, jerking off or something.
I mean, that's what you do in improv.
That's what you do in improv. Or I was gonna say like the Michael Scott improv thing where Tragedy's like pretending to hold a gun.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Every scene is a shootout.
Yeah.
And so they're getting escorted in. They're like, "What is this place? This is crazy." You know, this must be some like it's. What if it's like Kim Jong-un or something?
Yes.
Or is that who's alive? Kim Jong-un?
I think it's Kim Jong-un. I'm gonna have to take a break though, real quick.
You gotta poop.
I gotta take a shit. Kim Jong-un. Hold on to it.
I'm gonna look up which one is alive.
It's Un. I'm pretty sure, but you can double check.
I think you're right because you're better at politics than I am. But I just don't want to be stupid. Just like that, baby.
Oh, baby. All right, let's get it.
Body blue. So yeah. So it's like they're like, oh my gosh, it's like Kim Jong-un. I've heard Kim Jong-un loves improv comedy.
Yeah.
And they come in and it's a hall full of, improv teams. Now this is gonna be a fun part.
Yes.
What are some teams? These are the best improv teams in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a team of like robots who have
I like it.
generative AI, like improv comedy AI.
Yeah, man. No, I like that. That's a good idea. Yeah. There has to be one team that's the like coffee house bunch or like hipster vibe team. That's like way too cool, like the too cool team. That's like, oh, we're so good at this, and then like they're just like, I don't know, very clever, I guess.
That's fun because like when they do, they'll like, give me like a famous person, and you'll be like Charlize Theron. They're like, no, like a real famous person, and it'll be like
Henry David Thoreau or whatever. And they're like, thank you.
Oh, thank you. yeah. Dizzy Gillespie.
Yeah.
Who are all great.
Yes.
Love those guys, but they're gonna be hipsters.
Yeah. There has to be one team that's also like body lifters, weightlifters. Like they're just all fucking jacked and huge.
And they're like working out.
Yeah.
That's great. That's gonna be really fun.
I feel like you have to have a kids team too. Then just like
like a middle school improv team.
Yeah,
but they're like actually like really fucking funny.
Yeah,
That's great. That'll be the first team they face.
Mm-hmm.
And like they'll I've already found out that it's to the death, so then they'll be like, we don't want to die, but we don't want to kill like 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
There's kind of a sorry, my stomach just grumbled. So I saw this one like skit video a long time ago, and it was liberal person so liberal they're conservative, and one of the bits was like, oh, I think we should like reserve spaces like just for like black people, and there's a racist guy who's like, me too, because he believes in segregation.
Yeah.
And like that's the bit, is that they're so liberal, they're just like they're believe in segregation again.
Yeah.
So I think there should be like a team where it's like one white guy and he's like, I started this team to amplify black voices, and it's just like all these black dudes who are like, this guy's a racist. Like,
yeah, that works.
Any other teams that you can think of?
Not off the top of my head, no.
This might be
there should be a sorority fraternity team together. Like it's a fraternity sorority, just like college, like standard college drunk college kids.
Oh sure, yeah. Who make the the standard like jerking off, jerking off.
Just very college.
I'm drunk. The best college improv team there is.
Exactly.
This might be a little weird, but because it's like the best improv teams in the universe, can there be like a team of like pigeons?
Okay.
And they're like the best pigeon improv team. And it's like
how does this work with them?
So here's what I'm thinking is like, so it'll be like one judge, right? Like it'll be like the big bad guy.
Yeah.
Who we should talk about in a second.
Yeah.
But it's like when the pigeons like perform, like no one laughs because no one speaks pigeon, but then the guy judging is like, oh, that's hilarious.
Sure. I like it.
And there's like, we could maybe have subtitles for the pigeons, but we don't. I think it'd be funnier if there were no subtitles and like a pigeon just like flies and like sits on like a bar that's in front of the microphone, and it's just like and then he kills me.
Well, I imagine
my side is splitting.
You do that, and then like you do the standard like pigeon walks in, another pigeon walks in as like the standard upset like partner. Oh, that's like, you've been drinking too much, promise, and not doing that, and it's just that
like
mimed,
a stereotypical improv scene, but then it's just all coos.
Yeah, it's all just coos at each other.
Oh man!
And then another person walks in who's like the mistress or whatever, you know, or the
And then in that scene, the judge, instead of laughing, he'll be like, that is some of the most dramatic performance. Like he's just reacting to it.
Crying to it.
He's sobbing. Yeah, he's like, is that too far? A pigeon team?
No, not at all. I love it.
All right. Okay, so now let's. Any other teams?
I think we're good.
So let's talk about the judge, who I'm guessing is the big bad.
Yes. Now, the person who invited them to the tournament, Deathprov, is that person like the mingling or underling, I guess? That's what I'm going with, of the big bad, and
that's what I'm
there
it's
too?
Like he's like his aide.
Yeah.
You know, like his right-hand man kind of thing.
Okay, so the big bad.
Is it just the devil?
I think it has to just be the devil, because it's
your favorite Mortal Kombat character.
I know my favorite. Sub-Zero, that's who it is. No, I'm just kidding.
Just a blatant ripoff.
Yeah, just fun.
From the old video game too, so it's like terrible graphics and shit.
No, I don't really care. If you got someone else, we don't have to have the devil.
The devil.
I think it's more.
I think it's the devil.
Yeah.
And like that's a big, like coming to the banquet hall, they see all these teams.
Yeah.
And then the devil comes, the devil makes his entrance with his hooves, and
we're just implying improv is the work of the devil, basically.
It's not the work of the devil.
But the devil loves it.
But the devil loves
He loves himself some good
It's certainly not the work of God, if we're being honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in between.
All right, fair enough.
It's like, there's a Bo Burnham joke where he's pretending to be God, and he's like, masturbation is totally natural and really fucking weird. He's like, not a sin, but I don't want to see you do it.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
Okay.
But yeah, so the devil makes his big entrance, and like everywhere he walks, fire comes up from the ground.
Fun stuff.
And he's 9 feet tall and red.
Yeah.
And he's like, and like the servant like explains like the tournament, but doesn't say to the death, because I think it'd be really fucking funny if like they have individual matchups.
Yeah.
You know? And
It's a tournament.
Yeah. But like everyone watches. Like matchups happen like one at a time.
Yes. Yeah.
So the first 2 teams fight. Who, whatever. They're whatever teams.
Yeah.
Let's say it's the sorority fraternity versus the middle schoolers. I actually think that'd be great if it was the middle schoolers. Because, like, the sorority fraternity will just make, like, dick jokes and partying. Woo, that's funny, right?
I got drunk last night.
Oh, man, I'm so drunk. I had to do the walk of shame from Tommy's room. But Tommy's your roommate. Where did you walk? Terrible.
Come on, bro.
But then the kids are like decent. The kids are actually good at like forming characters and like creating situations. What do the kids do?
What do you mean?
Mr. Improv, what do they do for their scene?
Oh, for their scene?
Yeah.
I think it just has to be a very elegant it's a dinner affair.
Oh, a dinner affair. So it's like is it maybe like a double date between like married couples, but then they find out they've all been sleeping with each other?
Yeah, it's swingers that these kids all know about swinging.
But secretly behind each other's back, and also not sleeping with each other, but kissing each other.
Just kissing. Yeah. It can't. They don't know what that is. Yeah, they're just kissing each other, but they're like grown ups.
And
so
the devil's like, oh, they're so innocent and so funny.
Yeah.
And the devil.
I imagine when in the movie, when they're improving, it goes to almost like the Mortal Kombat video game where there's a life thing.
Life bars.
Somehow, I don't know how it gets depleted, but maybe if you're really funny, the more laughs you get, you deplete the other person's life bar. I don't know.
That's pretty good.
Because I imagine, I don't know how you can do it, obviously, because like at the same time, but that's how literally how you would make that work, of like them fighting at the same time, but both doing improv comedy and everyone's paying attention to both scenes. But sure, I don't know. That's how I see it.
Is this like scene improv, or is it like games?
Oh, scene. Fuck, no way. Not doing fucking who's
all right,
line.
Mr. Improv elitist.
And the devil is definitely gonna be like, I don't fucking fuck with that who's line anyways bullshit.
Aww.
And then it points to like Ryan Stiles, Colin Mockery in hell, basically.
Oh, I was gonna say they're like sex slaves to the devil.
I don't want to do sex slaves. That's a little too much for me.
Oh, okay. I think they find it funny. Like they're in like latex and like they have like
the only one who would be a sex slave would be Wayne Brady, of course.
Well, because he's beautiful.
Yeah, he's a beautiful man.
I don't want to put a black man in it.
That's true. Yeah, that sounds bad. Oh, yeah. I take that all back. I repeat that.
How about
he is not a slave. Wayne Brady is not the slave.
How about just Drew Carey? Then that's the explanation why he didn't come back for the revival.
Okay, that's fair enough. I want to reiterate again. Wayne Brady, not a slave. Wayne Brady, not a slave. Not a slave. I did not mean that.
No. You did not. No. We only suggested it because we think he's amazing and beautiful.
That's right.
I mean, we gotta have like those guys cameo.
Yeah,
I think Drew Carey as a sex slave would be really funny.
Okay, fair enough. But in a very comedic way, obviously.
Yeah. Like he's just like in a cage. And, like we're not gonna show anything happening.
No.
To him. And he's like there for like 5 seconds, and then it's a cameo. So they have life bars. I wonder if like,
but so they yell Mortal Kombat when they fight, right? Like, so what do they go? Deathprov
Komedy.
There we go. Deathprov Komedy.
Is there music playing?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Man, the music licensing of this movie is going through the roof.
That's fine.
What a budget.
When we make $1 billion in everywhere, we'll be fine. China's gonna love this movie.
China's gonna love this movie.
Heard they're big improv comedy fans.
Big improv.
Xi Jinping, big fan. He'll get the whole
Kim
cult.
Jong-un, big fan.
We're going straight for the dictators, you know? Vladimir Putin, big fan. And if Bashir al-Assad was still in charge of Syria, big fan.
Name
Ayatollah Khomeini, I don't know if that's his name, big fan.
Khomeini, yeah.
Is that how you say the Iran?
I think so. Kohmini.
Yeah, that's what I was going with.
On the count of 3,
Okay.
so like 1, 2, 3, boom. I want you to say your favorite dictator.
No.
Yes. No. Yeah, it's okay, John.
My favorite dictator?
Your favorite dictator.
In like what way?
However
Okay, whatever.
Okay, you ready?
All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. None. How dare you?
I was going to go with Kim Jong-un. He's silly. Also a horrible person, but
That's actually it's
But
from
he's like the
it's from
goof-
another podcast.
Okay.
It's like they have whiteboards, and this one, and he makes him write your favorite dictator.
Yeah.
And one of them, he's like, "You really want to do this, Joey?" It's the Basement Yard. I love those guys. They're funny. And he writes Mussolini, but the guy who,
oh, we can do old ones?
yeah, your favorite dictator.
Francisco Franco has the most one. Was his name? Or was it spelled?
I don't know who
the
that
Spain
is.
one. I'll look it up.
Oh,
it was literally just for his name, not for actual.
Frankie Frank,
Like
Marky Mark.
Yeah, like it's just an interesting
I want to see
name.
Francisco Franco?
I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I wanna see-
it was Francisco Franco. He was the Spain dictator between 1936 to 1975. So he was a long time.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, anyways, one of them writes
Dictator.
Mussolini, and the other one writes none. How dare you? That's a good bit. That's a good
That
bit.
is a good bit.
Anyway, whatever. Love you, Francisco Franco. No, I don't. No, I don't.
I don't love any dictators.
Francisco Franco, big fan.
Big fan of the name, not anything else.
Anyway, so the middle schoolers versus the sorority fraternity. Mm-hmm. Sorority fraternity loses. Their life bar gets depleted.
Yeah.
They're like, "You have lost." And they're like, "Fuck, we need that $1 million for like we're going to throw a big kegger." Mm-hmm. And then the devil hits pulls a lever.
Yeah.
I love a lever. And the floor falls out from underneath them and they fall.
It's like the Walker Texas Ranger lever from
I love that bit. Yes. From Conan. Yes.
Yeah.
That was during the writer's strike, right?
I think, but I think they carried it on after that maybe too.
Because it was so good.
It was a great bet.
Anyways, they fall into hell and everyone's like,
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, did I forget to mention this tournament is to the death?" And everyone's like, "What? No way." You know, they got to be joking.
Yeah.
And the next team is, Banana Light Switch.
Yep.
And they come up. Let's give names for the teams they face. So they're facing this first team. Which team do you want it to be?
Well, we have the muscular dudes.
Muscular dudes. We have the racist guy.
Okay.
We have the hipsters.
The hipsters. I already forgot. Robot team.
Robots.
And pigeons.
And pigeons. I think we should put them up against the hipsters.
All right. Yeah, it has to be a very douchey name they have.
So getting into logistics, can they not interrupt a scene, but add to a scene to block you know what I mean? Like how you can block in a fighting game.
Yes,
So you don't take as much.
I see. But what would that entail?
It's
what do you
like
envision?
someone makes a joke, but then you make a joke off their joke, and you're
you
keeping.
tag in.
Yeah, you tag in. Yeah,
and then you tag in, and okay, I like it.
yeah. So there's things happening in the game.
Yeah,
and I think that should happen here. That Banana Light Switch is doing a scene, and then one of the hipsters tags in.
yeah.
What's the hipsters team name?
Pineapple. I don't know.
No, it should be something. It's super douchey.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm thinking
it wasn't a great one.
John Adams Cold Brew.
There we go. John Adams cold brew.
John Adams cold brew.
Yeah.
John Adams cold brew. Like one of them just maybe just like offhanded like says something just because he's like douchey and he's like, oh, I'm funnier. And like here, you know, oh, like blah, 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 blah. He just says something and like it like there's like a thing where it like blocks the health bar from like going down or something. And then they're like figuring like, oh, we can like, it's like constant flowing. It's pure fluid improv.
That's what we love.
And so now all of a sudden they're like tagging in and out on each other, and it becomes like this one big scene where they're like fighting. So maybe it'd be great if it was like a scene where like it's like people reconciling and getting back together, but they're doing it with like, I love you. Like their tone is so negative because they're like competing.
Yeah.
And like the life bars are going down, and it almost seems like Banana Light Switch is gonna lose, but then the mom makes like a great joke and blocks it.
Yeah.
And then the another person will just say Cliff. Cliff's in the movie. Cliff is in the movie as Cliff.
Yeah.
Because we love Cliff.
Yeah, we do.
You're not a sex slave, Cliff. Cliff like comes in with a big punchline and it depletes the hipsters bar, and they all get sent to hell.
That's right.
And they're like, oh my god, people, and like because they're so close, they can see like into the hole.
Yeah.
And you see the hipsters like the flames like their skin and melt off their bones.
I don't need that.
What if it's like animated? What if it's like really goofy, like?
Maybe. I really just envision it's just a wide cut. The lever slips, it just goes down, and then the flames go, and then that's it. Like, oh. But whatever.
It's your movie.
All right. That's what
You don't want it?
I don't need the gore. I don't want to be rated R, you know?
I don't need the Al Gore.
Yeah, I don't need Al. Actually, Al Gore can be in it if he wants to.
You want to be a sex slave, Al Gore?
Oh, there's a politician team.
Oh, yes. It's like a bunch of like congressmen, and they're
Al
like...
Gore, Dan Quayle, just vice presidents.
That was Dan Quayle, wasn't it?
That's Howard Dean, wasn't it?
Oh, that was Howard Dean.
He was not vice president. So it's Joe Biden, J.D. Vance, Mike Pence,
yes,
Dan Quayle.
Reaching across the aisle to do improv comedy.
Yeah,
the one great unifier of this country.
It's a bipartisan affair.
Yeah. That's why we can't unify as a country, is because the only way to do it is through improv comedy.
Exactly.
And nobody wants to do that.
So I think it should be because Dan Quayle is still alive.
Yeah.
And then Al Gore, Dick Cheney is actually still alive. Joe Biden, Mike Pence, Kamala.
Yeah. Kamala's there.
That's and JD Vance. That's what, 6 or 7 people?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. We got our improv team.
Yeah, and guess what? They'll all be played by SNL cast
members.
Because God knows we're not getting those people actually. I actually think it's funnier if we get the SNL people to just
do the vice presidents.
Because that's basically what their job is anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So they kill the hipster team, and we're going through and we're seeing people win and lose and stuff. They make it to the second. Let's talk about some character developments. What kind of character developments are we going to see? Just because, like in Balls of Fury, there's the CIA operation trying to infiltrate. Okay. You know, like, and in Dodgeball, you know, there's the romance between the one guy and the girl from the Joes and the Cobras, and Steve the pirate learning he's not a pirate. And, you know, so there are other things happening outside of the tournament.
Yeah.
What are some things that could happen outside of the tournament?
So I don't know if I need a romance necessarily out of the characters, but we could certainly throw it in. I mean, I'd imagine obviously there's some maybe like one of the improvisers, one of the older ones, not the mom. Maybe the mom comes to terms with, you know, she's an empty nester now, and she has to come to terms with like finding herself again, you know? Yeah. Because she doesn't have to watch her kids. Then there's like another grown-up one, it could be 30s, 40s, who hasn't really figured out their life yet and is like, not necessarily degenerate, but just like has to finally like grow up and realize there's meaning to this world or something.
What if it's the opposite, where it's like a 35-year-old who like is just like working a desk job?
Oh, yeah, that works.
Trying to like find also, I mean, basically find themselves.
Yeah,
as well.
they've just focused on their career so long.
Yeah,
yeah, that works.
Which maybe seems a little similar to the mom.
Yeah, it does.
But I also wonder if like.
But the mom and the thing is, they're similar, but they're different because the mom's been focused, like, I don't know if she needs to be a stay-at-home mom, but like very focused. She could be divorced too and just been so focused on raising her kids, or a widow. Maybe a widow would make it more of a sad story. That's been focused, and now she's trying to find like what she wants to do with the rest of her life after her kids have since moved to college or whatever.
This is kind of reminds me a little of like The Breakfast Club. You ever seen that movie?
I think so, but it's been a hot minute.
So like, there's that really great scene. Like, you know, they do stuff together.
They're in detention, right?
Yeah. And like, they start off like not liking each other, but then they grow to like each other.
Yeah.
But near the end of the movie, they have this great scene where they're all talking about like why they got detention, and most of them make sense. Like, but then it like ends up being about like their deeper issues. Like the nerd is in detention because he brought a gun to school because he was going to kill himself because he's like, I don't have any friends. The burnout is in there because I mean he's a burnout, but like he's a burnout because he has issues with his father.
Yeah.
And like the wrestler I think has like body dysmorphia kind of thing. So like it gets to their deeper issues. I also your movie is kind of reminding me of that scene from Breakfast Club, which is a phenomenal scene and gets cut from the television airings of Breakfast Club, and it's like, why the fuck would I watch this movie if that scene's not in it? Anyway, neither here nor there. I wonder if that there's just like that aspect of like generally finding yourself in improv.
No, I think that's the general thing. Cliff, I don't know what Cliff does. Cliff's just Cliff. I don't know. Cliff's just, I don't know. I mean, he just had a kid not too long ago, so maybe he's just
maybe he's cool. Maybe he's just like,
just a cool guy.
I love it.
Yeah, just having a good time.
Great.
Like taking care of it.
My job's fine. I got a wife and kid. I like improv.
Just he's the I don't know, the never too high, never too low character.
I was gonna say, what if he actually got cast in the play? So he's like actually good, but he's also like, let's start a
let's start.
So like, there's one of them that's like actually good.
Yes. Yeah. So we got the desk job mom, Cliff. We got 3 other people. We got to do
the underage kid.
The underage kid
who maybe he's trying to like figure out what, like maybe he's about to go into college. Okay. You know, and so he's like trying to figure out like, where do I go? What do I do? You know, do I even go to college? You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's it. And so we have 2 women left because I would assume the desk job person's probably a man.
I mean, it could be whatever.
It could be a woman, but I think man just because I feel like that the desk job and the mom are pretty similar in there. So
mom, desk job, Cliff. So that's one woman, two boys. The underage is a boy.
You can do boy. I mean, you had referred to it as a male, but I mean, we can do that. Let's just leave it male. We got 2 females to cast, or women, I should say.
That's true.
And they could be. One should be not like young, but younger. Towards the maybe not underage,
early 20s,
early
23 20s. Something.
Yeah. So what is her development?
Maybe kind of similar to the underage person, but like at the next step of just like, I'm leaving college, or no, maybe she got thrown out. That feels a little serious, but I mean the other things are kind of like the mom's a widow, you know.
Yeah.
So we're not like afraid of those kind of more serious.
Yeah.
Maybe she got thrown out and she's just like been trying to like keep a steady job, you know, keep a steady place to live, and this group provides stability for her.
Yeah, I like that idea.
And like, you know, maybe there's just another woman who is fine.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm doing great.
Yeah, just doing great. Just want to do just a little shitty at acting, but can be an improv group, you know?
Yeah. So 2 people are fine. That's fine.
Okay.
And it's like, maybe it's like nothing like specifically happens, but it's just like all of them finding their answer, or at least like support for their issues in the group.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that works.
Because like, you're not going to fix a widow's problem.
No,
You know?
but I feel like when I said the widow, she's been widowed for a while.
Yeah, like,
it's
yeah.
not recently.
No,
Like,
she's been like a single mom for like the past 5-8 years.
exactly.
Yeah. And then like finally her kids they're off to college. You know, the last one's off to college finally.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like that kind of situation where like her kids are more or less on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, now what do? I was a wife, then I was a mother,
Mm-hmm.
you know, then a widow, and now I'm just me again.
Yeah.
And after decades, who am I anymore?
Exactly.
I don't really have anything like specific that they can do, but more just like scenes of them like interacting and how they like support each other and stuff like that outside of the Deathprov.
No, I mean that's the main.
Wildly different tones.
That's what we love about it.
That's true. I do love this movie.
I'm just trying to think.
Like that too.
Does the mom? She doesn't have to get with someone necessarily in this. I prefer, honestly, she doesn't get with anyone in our improv group, but she gets with someone in
one of the muscle men.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like the best night of her life, basically.
I mean, yeah, she's absolutely
And
dating.
it's just a one-time thing.
She's
not like,
absolutely dating. And like, yeah, she's like, oh, it's a one-time thing, but he's like attached.
yes,
Like he's like, call me.
yeah.
But then he died.
She's the one smoking the cigarette afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
All right. Now that we've, done a little character arc stuff, and I think that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back to the meat.
The real nuts and bolts of it.
All right. So, our team makes it to the next round.
Mm-hmm.
Who are they facing in the next round?
Oh, the pigeons? Or not yet?
I was going to say robots.
That's fine. We can do the robots.
I
I
feel
really
like-
don't have a preference.
Okay. So, we got the robots.
Now, are the robots like human-like, or are they like the stereotypical box, circular head, like pipe, like just tin box type of thing? You know?
Yeah, so that's the question is like, do we want to make them look like iRobot robots?
Yeah.
Like the Will Smith movie? Do we want to should they just be,
Or like the Jetsons robot, you know?
what if it's like an assortment?
Okay,
So like,
just assortment of different robots that we've seen throughout
like
the
one
media.
of them is basically like a mannequin but can move and talk,
Yeah, okay.
which is real freaky.
Yeah. Like a Megan type of robot.
Yes,
Yeah.
which Megan 2.0 coming out this
Yeah,
year,
I'm
baby.
not going to watch it.
Oh,
But
Megan 1 was so fucking awesome, bro.
Alright.
I'm so excited. Anyway, I think one should just be the Boston Dynamics dog. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, what about C3PO?
C3PO. That can be like the mannequin one.
Okay.
Like it's just C3PO. And then,
R2D2. We're just ripping off Star Wars at that
all right,
point.
do you just want to have R2D2, C3PO, the robot from the Jetsons, the Boston Dynamics
Yes.
dog, and the
And the robot.
and the iRobot robot?
Yeah.
All right, that's them. And it's like purely mechanical. Like it's like basic, like perfect setup, perfect punchline.
Yeah.
Insert laughter.
There's no the heart. Yes, that's no soul behind
Yeah.
it. It's all just like they know the equation of improv and they just execute that to a T.
Yeah. And I think this is where like the Banana Light Switch. Oh, what's the robot's team name?
It has to be like Tinprov or
Tinprov is so good.
okay.
It's also just like the perfect portmanteau.
Yeah, it has to be something because they're obviously all made of like tin or metal.
Can we have a scene where the devil's like, robot, what is your team name? Calculating.
Yes.
Tinprov.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Oh shit, they're off to a head start, right? Like just saying Tinprov, the Banana Light Switch health bar goes down.
Exactly.
But it's like, what? That's just their team
That's
name.
their name.
That's a really good name.
Yeah, I like it.
Tinprov. Oh shit, that was good. I was gonna say something like artificial intelligent like something really like bland and boring and straightforward and like.
Yeah.
But Tinprov is so good. Oh my gosh. So they fight.
They fight Tinprov.
I think Banana Light Switch wins with that jumping in thing because robots just take their turns.
They just take turns. Yeah, they don't know how to do that.
Yeah, and it's so it's like they tag in, and then the robot like looks at them and goes recalculating, and they just like recalculate. And have to,
they can't figure it out.
They can't, they can't improvise.
Yeah.
So
which, how did they get there? I don't know, but they did. They're the best of the robots.
And when they get dropped into hell, can we do like a Terminator 2 thing where like the robot hand comes out with a thumbs up, or like a bird?
Sure.
It does the bird,
That's the bird.
and then it slowly sinks into the
I
fire.
think that works.
How do you punish robots in hell? Don't know.
Make them.
That should be a movie we do.
Yeah,
a robot in hell.
A robot in hell. I like it.
Okay. So they beat the robot team. Who's kind of around this point? The mom has sex with the muscle dude.
Yeah. I don't think I don't think they beat the muscle people. I think the muscle people lose it to someone else.
I think the muscle.
And you see the mom. Well, she doesn't care that much, but she just wants to have sex. But she does care that he dies.
Yeah, she's like, oh no.
But it's like, whatever.
I think the muscle people should lose to the pigeons.
Yes, exactly.
What are the muscle people's names?
Strong Prov. I don't know.
All right, you got away with Tinprov. Deathprov's Tinprov.
I just was trying to pun it. That's basically it.
Big
Beefcake Prov.
I was gonna say like big punchline.
Big punchline. There we go.
Big punchline.
Big punch.
Or maybe just punchline. The punchline.
Big scene. No. Punchline?
Punchline. The punchlines, because and then their logo's like a
they
fist.
come out and they throw fists.
Yeah, and they play like Metallica. They're like.
I was gonna say.
They all sound like Thwomp
I was gonna laugh that there's a group called Metal Prov and it was like a metal band.
Oh, it's just like they're all dressed like Kiss.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Or Metallica.
Or yeah.
I know they're not really metal, but whatever.
Metallica's metal.
Are they metal?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't fucking.
I mean,
know
they're heavy metal.
Oh, okay.
It's the subgenres of whatever. But they are, they're metal.
All right.
That's fun. One of the teams can be like a heavy metal team.
Yeah.
But yeah, the pigeons beat the muscle men.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like, how?
The devil loves them.
That one guy knows how to get me. The devil like goes up to them and he's like fanboying. He's like, "Oh, you guys were so funny. You, man, you're my favorite."
It's just like,
and he like dabs up the pigeon.
Yeah, I like it.
And then they just like go back to like eating feed, like, or eating stuff off the ground.
Yeah, they're just regular pigeons when they're not actually improving.
Yeah, I mean they are from New York, so they're definitely better than Bananas Light Switch from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Fucking Lincoln, Nebraska.
Okay, so I think this is where Banana Light Switch should face the middle schoolers.
Oh,
what did we give them a team name yet?
I don't think so.
What's their team name?
Small Prov. The schoolboy Prov. We like dinosaurs. I don't know. Nah, middle school. What do you fucking middle? We're horny as shit. I don't know.
A little horny, but like they're more weird.
Yeah, they're more weird.
And it's
smelly Prov.
You gotta stop doing that.
Well, they don't wear deodorant. Smell you later.
What's like a? I was gonna say what's like a reference, like a here's the problem. Gen Z reference. Sabrina Carpenter.
Like aura points. I've learned that. Espresso.
What is Riz?
The Rizzlers.
The Rizzlers.
The Rizzlers. Yeah.
The Riz. Isn't there something about
the Rizzler comedy experience?
The Riz Riffers.
The Riz Riffers. I like it. Riz Riffers.
Because isn't riffing? Yeah.
You riff, man. That's improv.
You riffing. Riffing, bro. Oh my god, you've never been cooler than this moment.
You riffing, bro.
So
hey, bro, we riffing.
The Riz Riffers.
The Riz Riffers.
And like the whole time, they're doing well.
Yeah.
But like, I think like the banana light switch is like not wanting to do the kill blow because they're like, we don't want to die, but we don't want to kill middle school.
Exactly.
And like maybe the middle schoolers like playing it up like, I want to see my mommy again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another scene goes into that.
But then Cliff is like, no, I got a kid. I gotta get back to my kid.
I gotta get back to my kid, exactly.
And Cliff goes in for the kill, and he does a big punchline. And they're like dying, and as they're like burning in hell, the kids are like, "Fuck you, you motherfucker! Oh God, it hurts!" And they're like, "Oh my God!" And like it's awful.
See, most of the time with the death scenes, I just want them to drop. They're gone. That's it.
No, we gotta have the robot flipping them off like the Terminator 2. The kids have to be like screaming in agony because it's awful. And that's
it's meant to be fun.
It's funny.
I think we have two definitions there.
And now we get to. I think we should get to the final by this point. And it's with the pigeons.
Oh, fuck yeah. Them and the pigeons. And they're clearly the underdog because the devil, big fan of the pigeons.
Yeah. Devil, big fan of the pigeons. And also was like, I didn't think you guys would make it. Honestly, I didn't think you'd get past the robots, Mm-hmm. You guys don't look smart. But hey.
Yeah. Got bird brain.
Yeah. These guys, I love these guys. That's a good one. I'm gonna tell all my friends about that one later.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is like a dog fight, like this is like
real nitty gritty improv,
real Donnybrook of an improv.
Yeah, they're throwing haymakers.
Yeah,
a lot of body blows. Yeah. A lot of uppercuts.
The health bars are like back and forth. Yeah. Getting close.
They're hitting each other with one-liners. They're hitting each other with some tagging, some sweeps.
Yeah,
all the real improv shit.
The pigeons seem to be dying.
Callbacks.
Yeah. The pigeons seem to be dying up there, but then the devil laughs his ass off, and like everyone kind of like laughs with him because they're like, "Oh, the devil's laughing!" Ha ha ha.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, I'm going to tell you something. I want this movie, the big climax, to be they have to improv. Banana Light Switch has to improv against the devil.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
Would it be wrong for the Banana Light Switch, maybe one of them to cheat and to beat the pigeons?
I mean, the pigeons are pretty fucking good at improv.
But so that's the thing, is that they are really good.
They have to pull something out.
So they have to like pull something, and the devil gets pissed off and is like, "Hey, what the fuck? You ruined my tournament."
And then they go to replay, and then it cuts to Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett.
All right, cool. We got a WWE reference in the movie.
And they do the replay of like where they dial in. Maybe it's Pat McAfee because he likes to use a telestrator.
That's true.
And then they draw it up, and they draw up where he went, where he cheated, and then that's like the devil has to, be like, well, they're already in hell, so I have to compete against you. Now you have to determine whether you go to hell.
I'm going to avenge my bros.
Yeah, my bros, my pigeon bros.
So how do they cheat against the pigeons?
Oh,
is it as simple as I think it should be the underage kid, because I think it'd be funnier if the underage kid has to like confront the devil about cheating. He like accidentally, quote unquote, just steps on one of the pigeons and like kills it.
Sure.
So,
I don't have anything else.
And it throws off all the other pigeons, and so the pigeons are like nervously cooing now. They're like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, they're messed up.
And so the pigeons lose because one of them dies.
Mm-hmm.
Pat McAfee shows it on the replay. This wasn't obvious. This was totally intentional. This was, what's the fucking targeting?
Targeting.
This is targeting. Somebody should have thrown a flag.
Yeah.
Kick that kid out of this tournament. They should be disqualifying. The devil's like, what the fuck? So now they have to improv against the devil.
Yeah. So is the devil's doing one prov, or does the devil bring back people from hell as their ghosts?
Oh my God.
like the best characters.
A pigeon, a robot.
A muscle man.
A middle schooler. Yeah. Joe Biden. the muscle man that slept with the...
Yeah, the one racist guy who had the black team.
Yeah, he comes out of hell and he's like, I've been to hell. Now I realize I hate black people. And he's like gone full devil. And they're like, oh my God. It's That's so good. That's so funny.
I like it.
And
Because they gotta be like, oh man, Devil, you can't just improvise with one. You can't one prov, And it's like, don't worry, I don't know. It's just like,
it's like the ground shakes and like they rise.
They all rise up.
Holes for they're all like red and fiery. What if it's like a shootout of improv?
Okay.
Instead, so it's not seen. I'm thinking of like the one where it's like you get a thing and then you have to do like a joke. That's a little gamey. I know.
You talking? You're doing sex with me, or 185?
What?
Oh, you're thinking something else. There's an short form improv game called Sex with Me, or it's 185 is a clean version of it, where it's basically sex with me is like a bike. I like to ride or something.
Yeah, so
it's
kind of
like that
premise.
That, yeah.
Okay. The one I'm thinking of more like is you get a prompt. Which similar to like it is similar to Sex with Me, and it's just like one microphone in the middle, and like people have to come up and do like one-liners basically.
Okay.
So basically, it is Sex with Me.
Then we cut back to Drew Carey, who's like, I fucking love this part.
The Devil's like, Drew, give us a prompt. He's like, all right, and he has like his cards.
He's like back cage. On the who's line.
Back on the who's line. His desk is in the cage.
Yeah, I like that.
But he has
points don't matter.
Points don't matter, except they do, because if you lose, you die. Yeah. You go straight to hell.
Yeah.
One-way ticket to hell.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they do one-liners. What's their prompt?
Something you find in your basement.
In your basement.
Or in your garage.
Something you find in your basement or garage.
Yeah.
I like them both. All right, let's think of some one-liner, like jokes.
Oh, but what's the prep? Like, where am I going? Is it like 185? Is it Sex with Me?
What's 185? What?
185. 185 bicycles walk into the bar. The bartender says, "Hey, you can't be in here." And the bicycle's like, "Well, fine. We'll just ride on out of here." That's what that is. That's the setup for that.
I mean, well, so basically,
but like
something you find in your garage and you just tell that bike joke.
Well, the 185. Like the 185
I guess
setup.
You could just say a bike walks in.
Oh, yeah.
A bike walks into a bike, and you tell a joke about a bike, which you would find in your garage.
Okay, yes. Okay. So just things that we find. Usually you ask that, and then they give you a prompt. The audience gives you a prompt back of like bicycles or a dead body if they're horrible people.
Dead body.
They're not fun. If they're not a fun audience, they do that too.
Yeah. I've experienced that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but like,
you just want to do in general. They have to think of something that's in their garage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, think of something in your garage, and you got to make a.
So there's 185 hammers walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, you guys can't be in here." And the hammers respond, "Well, fuck you. We nailed it." I didn't get that right. I didn't set that up right.
Hey, you guys can't be in here. You're already hammered.
There you go. That's better. That's much better.
185 dryers walk into a bar.
Mm-hmm.
The bartender says, "What do you or what do you want something on tap?" And they go, "No, we want something. We like our drinks mixed well," because dryers like spin.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's like 185.
Oh shit! No, okay. 185 dryers walk into the bar. Bartender says, "What do you order?" They're like, "I'll have that," and they point totally far away from the menu. And the bartender's like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Sorry, we already have the spins."
Oh, nice. That's good. Like 185 oil cans walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, why you can't be in here?" And they're like, "Why? Why can't we be in there?" And they're like, "Because you're too slick."
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. 185 spare tires walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "What will you be having?" And they say, "Nothing. We're just here to help give people a ride home. Give our friend a ride home." Because they're spare tires.
Yeah, okay. I think we got enough of it.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to do more?
No, I'm done. I'm done. Anyway, so they do that.
Yeah.
And it's like back and forth, like, you know, like a shootout, like hockey kind of thing where, you know, it's like sudden death or something like that. Or, what if it's like sudden death where it's like 1-on-1 and like people like go like lose and stuff, and it's like your team has to like win more.
Yeah, it's like penalty kicks and soccer.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly. I was thinking shootout like hockey.
well, same thing.
Which is the same thing, yes. And it comes down to who's the most underdog on the team.
I mean, shouldn't it be well, it's either the desk job kid or the girl who got thrown out of college or the young kid redeeming himself for cheating in the
I was thinking the underage kid.
Yeah.
And it's the devil.
Okay.
And whoever wins the whole thing, obviously. He just cheats again.
So there's no redeeming quality. He's just a fucking cheater. And then what the devil realizes, just like, well, I gotta give it to you. I'm the devil, I support cheating.
Well, then the devil gets sent to hell.
Okay.
Because he has to live by his own rules.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I think it's something blatant, like the kid just kicks the devil in the shin, like halfway through his
joke.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. It messes up.
He messes it.
So who's judging this contest between them?
God.
Who's a famous improviser who'd be in hell?
Greg Proops.
He's not even dead, but yeah, I like it. Greg Proops will show up.
I think he'd find it funny, though.
Yeah, no, I think it'll work. We'll have Greg Proops be the judge that gets summoned up from hell.
I love Greg Proops.
Yeah, he's great.
He's my favorite.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, so they get sent to hell. The devil and his team all get sent to hell. I think because the devil gets sent to hell, it's like a bit like there's like a big like explosion. Yeah. And like the palace is in rubble and everyone's like, and they're like, so do we get the $1 million? And the servant's like, well, you kind of sent the guy who pays me to hell, so no.
Yeah.
And the movie ends with them going back to being Banana Light Switch in Lincoln, Nebraska. But like they've grown a bit closer, and they've found a way forward with their individual issues. The widower is, she's kind of like opened up and blossomed in herself, and the kid has realized that no matter what he chooses, it's just about going forward. Like there's no wrong way to live life, and the emancipated girl, while she still has her issues, at least she has like a community, that is something that is stable. And and then the desk clerk is like, like I'm working this job, but it's not all who I am, and there is more to me than just my job.
Yeah, I like it.
That seems like a movie to me.
I think we got it.
All right, it's time to go on to the cast list. Let's start with our team. Cliff.
That's Cliff.
We need a kid. I say Tom Holland.
Sure.
Which is right there. Desk clerk. I'm just doing the boys first, I guess. Desk clerk. 25 to 35.
I'd say up at the upper end of it.
Okay.
So like 30s, mid 30s.
So like Paul Rudd.
I mean, like super young.
Yeah. Paul Rudd, forever young.
Yeah.
You good with Paul Rudd?
Yeah, let's go with Paul Rudd.
Playing
a 35-year-old.
All right. The mother, the widow.
Catherine Hahn. Is she too old for this?
No. Catherine Hahn is perfect for. I was thinking Melissa McCarthy, but like Catherine Hahn is also.
Catherine Hahn better.
All right. I like Catherine Hahn more as well.
Yeah.
Though Melissa McCarthy's not bad. The fine woman.
Selena Gomez.
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah.
And then the emancipated one, a little younger.
The one that got kicked out of college.
Yeah. Or kicked out of her.
Zendaya. Zendaya? Is that
Zendaya. Let's get Zendaya.
Or Daya?
It's Zendaya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's get her doing some improv comedy.
Yeah, isn't her and Tom like a couple?
Oh, yeah. They're engaged.
See, they could just do it together. Maybe we get a discount on
their
their
do you guys
salaries.
want to do a movie for like no money?
Yeah, but you get
to work together?
Yeah, that works.
Don't kiss. Don't you even think about it. Also, Tom, you have to play 16. And Zendaya, you are 24.
Yeah.
But that's fine. You both look like that.
Yeah. I should tell you, this last weekend, I watched She's All That for the first time. Have you seen this one? It's like a rom-com. Freddie Prinze Jr., Rachel Lee Cook.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Paul Walker is also in this, playing a high schooler. I know, rest in peace. But Paul Walker, the men all look super old to be in this. Paul Walker's like 25 playing an 18-year-old.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it was
the Rachel Lee Cook was like only 19, so she was like relatively around there. But
Yeah.
Freddie Prinze also looked super old. Fun movie for a rom-com type of thing. It's the most stereotypical like 90s movie in the sense of literally the premise of the movie is Paul Walker bets Freddie Prinze Jr. that he couldn't make a nerd prom queen, basically, is the premise of the movie.
And it's Rachel Lee Cook?
Yeah. And the premise is Rachel Lee Cook's ugly, essentially because she's wearing glasses. And then she takes off the glasses, and everyone's like, oh my God!
Rachel Lee Cook!
She's so good looking.
Fucking stunning.
Yeah, that's it.
That's so dumb. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Other casts.
who's playing the devil?
Who's playing Devil?
I kind of want to make a Tenacious D reference and say it's oh crap.
Jack Black?
No, Dave Grohl. Because Dave Grohl plays the devil in Pick a Destiny.
I've never seen that, but that makes sense.
Oh, you've never seen Pick a Destiny?
I'm good with Dave Grohl. He has that secret baby there now, so.
That's true. Oh yeah, he's been canceled.
Yeah, let's go with Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl as the devil.
Should Batista be should he be the one the mom, Catherine Hahn, gets worth?
Well, I was gonna say it's just a bunch of pro wrestlers.
Yeah.
So Batista, Cena, The Rock,
Triple H.
Triple H. Sheamus.
Sheamus. I fucking love Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. Andrade, not Andrade. Cesaro.
Yeah.
Claudio Castagnoli.
I like it. I like it.
Brian Cage. He's pretty jacked. He's awesome.
I don't know who Brian Cage is.
He's on AEW. He's jacked.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Anyways, yeah, the mom will sleep with Batista.
Yeah.
Catherine Hahn Batista. That's
know.
that's
Pretty
really
good.
hot.
It
That's
worked.
really hot. Pigeons are pigeons. The robots are robots. Middle schoolers are just random middle schoolers.
Douchey group, the hipster group.
The hipster group.
Who's just real slimy individuals, basically.
Portlandia. Fred Armisen.
Fred Armisen. Yeah, that
Fred
would work.
Armisen and Carrie
Brown?
Brown, yeah.
Brownstein? Isn't it Brownstein or something?
Carrie Brownstein.
Or something.
Yeah. And then also Garfunkel and Oates. They
Yeah,
can be on the hipster team as well.
Yeah.
The political people
We
are
already
just
nailed that.
the SNL people.
Yeah.
And then the servant is Mike Myers. Question is,
Do you want to have the racist guy with the black guys? Do you want to name any of them?
who's the can we make it who's the guy who's married to Colby Smulders? He used to be on SNL.
Oh, Taron Killam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
And who are the black guys? I was
like Jay Farrow. And...
I was gonna say Denzel Washington, Sam Jackson.
it's like the best black actors there's ever been.
Yeah.
Is it just like the black guys from the movie Glory?
Yeah.
Denzel Washington, Sam Jackson, or not Sam Jackson's on it, but Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
It's like the best black actors of Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's so fucking funny. And then putting him with what is his name? Terrence Killam?
I think it's Taron Killam. We'll even bring back Chadwick Boseman from the dead, too.
Oh.
Rest in peace.
Love Chad.
Yeah.
Love 42. That movie. That movie makes me cry hard.
Yeah.
But now we come to the coup de grace of our podcast. Mm-hmm. Who is Jason Mantzoukas?
I don't know. What have we left him a spot?
I mean, it's kind of full.
I guess you could have him be at the very beginning in a very small cameo role, the play director who's telling them all they can't be in the play. And
That's
just tell
exactly
them how shitty
what
they
I
are.
was going to say. Put him in like a turtleneck.
Yes, the douchey play director
Yeah.
in fucking Lincoln, Nebraska, who's like thinks he's way too high for like what he is.
We're going to go a different direction. Fort Puck.
Yes.
Yeah. Easy payday for the Zooks. I think that's the cast.
I think we're there.
All right. I think it's time to improvise this trailer.
Yeah.
Deathprovise this trailer.
What was I never came up with the title for this movie.
Well, Deathprov.
Just Deathprov?
I think Deathprov comedy with a K. To like,
Yeah.
and then and then we have the Mortal Kombat like a font,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, if I play the Mortal Kombat theme, will that be taken down? Probably.
Well, let's not play it.
Okay. Fair enough.
We'll sing it.
All right. You're gonna have to lead on that then.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
In a world where improv comedy is king.
Hey, everybody, we are Banana Light Switch.
Hey! Great to be here, everybody.
We're Jack, Jill, and Karen.
Oh, hope you enjoy it.
We're gonna need a suggestion from the audience.
Get a life.
Get alive! All right, let's go.
In this improv group located in Lincoln, Nebraska, are a bunch of rejects from a play.
We're gonna go a different direction.
What?
Would you like some critique?
Yes, I thought I was a star.
Yes, you're not good.
Fudge! And so they realize they cannot get into the play Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare. So they have to form their own improv group and perform for middling crowds across the Midwest.
Oh, hey guys, my name's Cliff Antoine. He's a little lower and raspier, isn't he? I think it'd be really fun if we did an improv team together. I used to do improv in Des Moines, but now I don't do it so much. Since we moved to Lincoln, Nebraska, for whatever reason. Do you want to do an improv team?
Let's do some improv. I'd love to do it with you.
Hey, everybody, we're Banana Light Switch. Can I get a suggestion for a scene, please?
Get alive.
Get alive. I think I've heard that somewhere before.
And so they realize they start doing improv a while, but then they get turned to go into the greatest improv tournament ever.
Well, hello.
Hi. Who are you? We just got done with our successful show here at the coffee house.
Yes, it was very funny. I enjoyed it very much.
Thank you.
I would like to invite you to an improv tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We're looking to get our name out there a little more.
Yes, the winner receives a grand total of tax-free $1 million.
Holy shit! Tax-free $1 million?
Yes.
We'll never have to do improv ever again.
Exactly. You
Where
will
do
be
we
free
sign up?
from the shackles of society.
I would love that.
Split 6 ways.
Yeah.
Just take this boat ticket.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you in San Francisco.
Okay, I'll see you soon. And so they hop on the ride out to the island in San Francisco. They go on a boat, and then they realize they come to a castle that this improv tournament is being put on by someone with very sinister means.
Oh my gosh, look at all these teams.
There's so many of us.
Yeah,
here.
Look at those guys. They're jacked.
My God.
Is that a group of middle schoolers? That's a little weird.
Are those robots over there?
Oh my God, that's the Boston Dynamics dog. I hate that
Who
thing.
brought those birds in here?
Yeah, that's just a group of pigeons. Are they? I mean, they're in like a VIP area, but like, are they? Oh my God!
Welcome to the tournament of Deathprov. I'm the devil, if you can't tell.
Deathprov?
Deathprov. That's right.
Death prom.
What?
Prom?
Deathprov.
Deathprov.
You're all here to do improv. For me, because I love it.
Oh my God.
And so they cut to the rest of the tournament, and they realize quickly that Deathprov does mean death. Prov. And hey, how you doing out there?
Okay.
What did you say? I didn't catch you.
I said Satan. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
hey, we're John Adams Cold Brew, and
I don't like you.
Did those people just die?
Yes, they die. This is a tournament to the death.
Oh shit! Just like Mortal Kombat.
And so the banana light switch has to realize they have to come together as a team and fight and win different matches to become the champions.
Hey, we're Banana Light Switch, and hey,
bud, what are you doing over there? You seem like you're a little caught up in the midst of things, you know?
Yeah, man, I'm just thinking about, like, how am I going to get Rebecca back, you know?
Oh, let me tell you, I'm going after Rebecca, actually.
No way, bro.
Yeah,
she's my girl.
I think we're just going to have to pull some guns on each other to figure out. And so they use their excellent improv skills to get to the finals against the Pigeons. Oh, shit, how are we going to fucking beat these guys? The devil loves them. You're my favorite team, Pigeons. You're my favorite team.
Why are you suddenly Russian?
Because Vladimir Putin is my favorite dictator. And they finally beat the Pigeons, but then they realize young Bucky has cheated. And they have to go against the devil and his other and fellow improvisers.
Crunch.
Hey, I saw you cheat there. Now you're going to have to take on my other improvisers.
Your other improvisers? What? It's just you. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's all the other improvisers from earlier in the movie. Racist Taram Killian.
That's called a callback, you bitch.
Fuck, the best comedy joke there is.
And so they fight back for the improv. And then they go. And they win and beat the devil and send him straight back to hell.
Oh, you cheating bastards.
Ha ha, we got you.
I will see you again, mark my words.
And then they go back and they realize after winning this tournament and not the $1 million that truly it was just the ride along the way that was the real winner of the story.
Man, even though we didn't get that $1 million, this is Cliff again.
Thanks for. I was confused at first before he said that.
You know, I kind of sound like the mother. You know, it goes back and forth. Just it's an audio format. I just want to clarify that. I'm off screen right now. That's why I'm saying my name.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that we came together as a team.
Yeah.
I could have done without $1 million, though. You know.
Me neither. So, this summer, rated PG-13, Deathprov comedy. Oh, Batista, you got some real big arms.
Oh, all the better to hold you, Catherine Hahn. Oh my God. Thank you for listening to that movie.
Oh, boy.
That was an absolute joy.
Yeah.
Sean, thank you for, pitching such a great movie.
Bless up.
Big fan. Tell the people how they can support you after listening to this podcast.
Read my articles on the North Tama Telegraph. That's what I want you to do. Go find the North Tama Telegraph.
Do you have like op-ed or
yeah,
like
basically
editorial?
That's an editorial. It's an op-ed. I call it the Dangler Domain.
I fucking love that name.
It's from when I got out of college. I've been writing it for, almost 10 years now.
Wow, congratulations.
I don't get paid for it. It's just my love for my community that I grew up in.
You don't get paid for it yet.
That's the goal. That would be the goal. But yeah, that's basically it. I don't got much else going on.
Cool. I also don't have much else going on, sort of. So follow What a Pitch on Facebook and Twitter at PODWAP.
That's right.
I'm actually doing a little better about all that shit.
Cool.
So that's an improvement.
Cool beans.
wherever you listen to podcasts, please subscribe, rate, and review to What a Pitch, because that really helps the algorithm.
Honestly, guys, go to other podcasts and give them shit reviews, so then people start listening to
Yeah,
ours.
instead of rating and reviewing us, go to other ones and rate and review them poorly.
We need them to review us greatly, and then go shit talk other ones.
So come to What a Pitch, and give us 5 stars, give us a blooming review.
Yes.
And then go to like fucking
Comedy Bang Bang and say, fuck you, you're all terrible.
Yeah, fuck you, Scott Ackerman. Scott Ackerman, until you come on our podcast, you're a coward.
Yeah, coward.
You skinny little bitch.
Yeah.
You might be funnier than me, but I could beat the shit out of
That's
you.
right. Old man.
In a Deathprov.
That's right.
That's right, old man. What's his biggest achievement? Doing a 20-hour podcast. Oh, look at me, I'm Scott Ackerman. I built an entire comedy empire, and I give jobs to many people. Why does Scott Ackerman sound like Donald Trump suddenly? I give jobs to many people. I'm Scott Ackerman.
I'm Scott Ackerman. I do a great job. They call me. Some people say I'm the best in the world. It is.
And while we were all joking, this is not a joke. Scott Ackerman, you are a coward. Come on our podcast.
Bring Manzukis with you.
Yeah. Manzukis, not a coward.
Not a coward. We love you, Manzukis.
A hero. But we would like to celebrate you on this podcast. Anyways, yeah, follow us on Facebook and Twitter at PODWAP. Please rate, review, and subscribe to What a Pitch wherever you listen to podcasts. This has been going on way too long. Sean, thank you for joining me. And listeners, thank you for listening to What a Pitch! That's all.